Hey peeps, what's going on? I'm Sean and welcome to another episode of Nosy Neighbors, the fragrance channel for beginners, casual users, and the fragrance enthusiasts. And today we have this fragrance right here, Nicolai's Angelys Pear. And I'm not 100% sure whether that's Angelys or that's Angelys, but for our purposes, we're going to call that Angelys Pear because it's so damn angelic. Nicolai. Nicolai is a French house that's owned and operated by Patricia de Nicolai and her son Axel. The concept of these fragrances is that they pay homage to their personal experiences, and the perfumers that just maintain a sense of elegance. I mean, just look at it. They go out of their way to create fragrances that smell natural, like the package themselves look good. And an interesting fact about this perfumer, Miss Nicolai, she had tenure with Guerlain as a junior perfumer, and she left when they didn't hire her on as their in-house perfumer. She beat the odds as a female in a male-dominated industry by making her own fragrance house with the help of her husband. This is extra dope to me considering her being a chemist by training and a perfumer out of tradition as her grandfather and father were before her. And even her son is now currently a perfumer. And now that I give you guys some background information on this house, let's get into this specific gem. The presentation on this fragrance is subtle but elegant. Let's take a quick look at the juice itself. Never mind the box. Look at the atomizer. It's a decent atomizer. I got a fair, oh, that smells amazing. I got a fair amount of juice, and this really smells yummy, by the way. Let me go ahead and get to the notes real quick. The notes go as follows: bergamot, lemon, black currant, pear, rose, jasmine, patchouli, oak moss, and musk. These fragrances make a really yummy smelling fragrance, which is kind of surprising. Overall, this is a kind of cheaper, and no, that doesn't mean that this is a cheap fragrance, but rather this is a type of fragrance that has the mix of floral, fruit, specifically bergamot, and oak moss mixtures. It could be other fruit, but more is usually those. A good example of that could be CK1, Pour Monsieur by Chanel, Creed Aventus, just to name a few. For performance, I got no less than 6 hours of this fragrance, and that's pretty amazing considering the notes and how light the fragrance wears. And for the first 2 hours that I've seen, for the week that I've been wearing this, it projects like crazy on my skin. After that, it's kind of a nice skin scent that you smell as you kind of move about your day. You kind of smell it on your clothing and whatnot, maybe a little bit in your sweat. It's been kind of cold out, but yeah, like this is the one that I get for the most part, almost all day. For profile, I say this fragrance gives me a vibe that's similar to Youp Homme or Youp Par Homme. It's sweet, fruity, and loud at first, and then it's subtle and juicy. The pear note becomes like the star of the show after about, let's say, 30 minutes of wearing this fragrance. Unlike Youp or Jupe, as a lot of people say, it's kind of cloying and synthetic. This fragrance smells natural throughout the entire wearing, and that's from top all the way down to the bottom notes. This fragrance kind of reminds me of a like a fruity cocktail, and you know you can't go wrong with a cocktail. The compliment factor for this fragrance is through the roof, and because it projects like crazy, it smells like a classic cocktail in a fancy bar. I'm sure this fragrance and the sexy trail that you leave behind give this fragrance a lot of rewear quality, in my opinion. For the week that I've been wearing it, most people have liked it on me, despite it being slightly feminine to my nose, which also, again, kind of reminds me of Youp Par Homme, which is marketed towards men. This fragrance is unisex, but leans feminine to me. On a side note, one of my other favorite fragrances, Pure Havane by Mugler, also comes off as kind of feminine on my skin, but it's generally like by everyone that smells it on me. This fragrance is a fruity fragrance that can be worn pretty much any time, but will most likely shine the most in high heat, despite me wearing this in the current, I want to say 38, 39 degree weather. This fragrance is unique and has many different usages. This fragrance ran me approximately $55 from Lucky Scent and is a banger for its cost. I see this as a great signature scent and recommend this for men, but especially for women. I want to say that this is classy, fun, and affordable, but considering that their price point is not too crazy for the 30 ml, which lasts you like for a little while, I'm going to say that it's safe to buy this fragrance, and I highly recommend it. I would say that you won't regret it. I didn't. And this has been a review of Angelys Pear by Nicolai. As always, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you know the deal. I'm Sean for Nosy Neighbors. We'll see you guys later. Live good and smell well. Peace, y'all.